little bit. What prompted you to decide you wanted to like commit to the journey?
So I felt I was at that point where if I didn't do something, I'll kind of let myself go. And
Okay.
even from the responses I'm getting from work, that let me know that they saw I was changing. You know what I'm saying? And I going towards that direction. And it's good recognition by myself to know that, hey, I need to do something now, like intervene in myself before I get to that point of where I've kind of let myself go in a sense, right?
Uh-huh.
So just even from the comments from work, that let me know that they were noticing a change in me also, right? In terms of just body posture, if you may. So
Uh-huh.
that's why I like that. And then I was getting tired, man. I would just go up and down the stairs, and I'm like breathing hard, heart breathing hard. And I'm like, what the hell is
Yeah.
going on? Like I didn't really feel that much different, but here it is that I do a little activity or whatever, and then my chest feel like it's about to jump out of my heart feel like it's going to jump out of my chest, you know? So I know
Yeah.
something was going on. And I think this now has helped me because now when I do my HIT on my Bowflex, I can go through the whole thing and not even really be like ready to pass out anymore. You know, I can kind of get through it
Right.
and like have that go to let's do some more, you know, versus before I was struggling through it, taking breaks in between it and all that stuff. Now I can just hit it hard and I'm like, oh man, I got this now. So I think this for me showed me that yes, I had to make a change, and that's kind of where the eating part. I'm fine with that because it's gonna help me adjust to what this new norm is. To where now, to your point, I need to lay off the sweets as much as I did, all right, because now my body can't process it as fast. So I think that's what kind of led me into this is more of me recognizing one, like something was changing, getting out of breath real fast, and then trying to figure out what I need to do to kind of get back to where I was.
Okay. Okay. And then like what made you decide to do it like with me? 'Cause you could have, I guess you could have kind of tried to figure it out on your own, or you know join some
Man,
other
for me,
program.
man, I'm a firm believer in you hire the people that have the expertise in that area, right? So I'm not going to try and fix my car or fix things that's beyond my scope of skill. And clearly, this was one area where, to your point, I have a decent relationship with food. You know,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
some people eat to live. I live to eat. And so I needed somebody to kind of help direct me and coach me and say, okay, what does that mean? So to your point, eating chicken for breakfast, never thought about that, right?
Right.
Having three bananas mashed up in the thing to where it kind of filled me was something different. Even I hate bananas, but it served its purpose. So
Right.
these things I'm learning versus for me trying to do the research and trying to figure it out on my own, because I don't have the time for that, versus
Right.
having you that have the expertise already to kind of help coach me and get me through it to where now I can learn those things and then continue to develop and build on it. And two, again, I trust you, right? You from Michigan Tech, I know who you are, so I know it's not just a fly by night type thing. Like, you know, especially at the new year, everybody wants to do weight loss things or whatever. Is more of, you know, now seeing your consistency in terms of how you've done it, and just kind of just some of your posts from even from the years before, and it was something that you were fully invested in, not just I'm just gonna do this on the side and see what happens. It's like more, it became your life, right? And that meant that I can trust what you're gonna put me through, knowing that I can get results.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Did you have any like anxiety about it, about like starting the program? Was there anything that like you was in the back of your head or back of your mind that you were worried about?
I was worried about the meal plans. 'Cause I didn't want to do a whole bunch of shakes, like you know, like Herbalife and what some of those other ones out there. Because like meal replacements, I'm not big on those. I feel those won't last because eventually you go back to eating your regular style and then you just blow right back up.
Yeah.
Um, so that was my anxiety, not knowing what the meal plans were gonna be. But once I saw your meal plans, I was like, okay, ain't too bad. I can handle this, you know, and it just take some adjusting. And then it also showed me now, to your point, you can set up small meals every day, you know, versus trying to eat in the morning or skip breakfast, eat a big lunch and eat a medium dinner or whatever. Instead of trying to eat 3 times a day, hey, eat 5 times a day. You know, like, just do this. And that was my anxiety was just more about what the meal plan was going to be.
Okay. And obviously you dominated that to this point. You're prepping, you're planning, and so I'm assuming that the anxieties about that are gone now, and you kind of have just based on, on what we've talked about, like you have an idea of what you can eat, when you can eat it, and how to move it around your schedule. And so that's awesome. That's awesome that's working out the way it is. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and the meal plans are filling. I mean, I thought I was gonna be starving. I mean, yeah, the detox week, yeah, that was a different week, but the
Right,
meal plans are filling is not to say that I'm starving myself, right? And even when I tell people at work that I'm not starving myself, even they are surprised, right? Cause they'll come in
right,
my office and they'll smell like the Mrs. Dash and stuff. They'll be like, man, what are you eating? And then they see my salmon, and they see that sometimes my chicken breast stuff. And they're like, oh, you're still eating this and losing weight. I'm like, yeah, you just gotta know how to portion it out and what that is for your calorie count, you know. So that, even that kind of shows that it changes the whole perception of how to diet versus, you know, how some people do, like in a crash where, hey, I'm gonna starve myself, drink a lot of water, eat one meal a day, and then boom, I'm good. Then when you start
yeah,
eating, it comes right back on. So I think this is different in that sense.
yeah, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I think that's probably one of the things. Is like I don't like using the term diet. I only use it because people understand what I mean when I say it. But what you're doing is it's a lifestyle thing, right? Like you're figuring out what to do you for yourself now at this point, how to craft and cultivate or create meals with stuff that you like, that you can enjoy, that fill you up. Um, that are, some of the things that you like to eat before, without having, like you said, to starve yourself or just drink shakes or only have one meal a day. um, those aren't sustainable programs. Like they may get you. I mean, look, if I only eat one meal a day and I drink just water, like my calorie count's gonna be so low, of course I'm gonna lose weight, right? It's gonna be a very, very uncomfortable process, but I'm gonna lose weight. And then when I hit my number, whatever number that is, and I start eating normal again, boom, it comes right back, right? And
Yep.
that's not what we want. We want something that where you work down to your goal, and then you can eat normal without blowing back up, because you're normal now. You understand what eating normal actually is. Like, because when people come into your office and they see what you're eating, and they're like, I know sometimes people are like, that's all you're still eating, just that, or like it's all you gonna have. Like, yeah, I'm full. This is all I need. Like, I don't need to have this full smorgasbord of things. I don't need to have three or four
Mm-hmm.
plates to eat and be satisfied. Um, and I think that's one thing that people are learning as well, is that
Now, actually, Rod, I got one good question, another question for you. So
please do.
coming up here, probably the next couple months, once flying opens up, we're gonna start having clients and corporate and all those guys start flying down. We're gonna have to do dinners and all that stuff. What advice you have for me in those? Because most of the dinners I gotta go to, and I mean I can't say and I don't want to eat. It's like I gotta go, but what you say it'll mess up the meal plan at some point, and I'll let you know when those come up, right? But
Right.
what advice would you have?
So I would say in those instances, obviously you have to eat. Like, you can't be in a situation being like, depending on who the person is you're meeting with, if somebody that's international, that may be disrespectful if you're not eating while they're eating, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And so I would say you can do one of two things. You can look at the menu and find the things that fit, that work well with what you eat already, or knowing that you have that schedule, you just adjust the rest of the day around it. Like
Okay.
that evening you're going out to dinner with a potential client, or with a client, or with whoever. And so I'm gonna be eating, outside of my normal schedule. So during the day leading up to that, I may eat a little bit less. I may have less calories, or I'm gonna eat normal. I'm gonna have that, and then the next couple of days, like if I do something like that, like where I know, like just gonna assume Valentine's Day, take my wife out, we're gonna go somewhere to dinner, we're gonna eat, we're gonna have dessert, we're gonna have drinks. Like, I know that's gonna be a heavy calorie meal, so I might do a mini cleanse the next 3 days after.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
it's not that hard to do, because I'm still gonna be eating. I'm just not gonna be eating additional junk or additional, like, I'm gonna eat pretty strict the next 2 or 3 days after, and then my body will reset and I'll be back to normal. Um,
Okay.
you kind of
That's
do
good.
what, yeah, you kind of do whichever one works for you. I kind of do like the cleanse thing. I still do it. I don't do the full 7 days that often anymore. I might do 3 or 5 days. Like, if I know I've been eating bad, or if I just, like, for whatever reason I'm feeling sluggish or exhausted and I don't really know why, I might, like, all right, I'm gonna cut this out and I'm just gonna eat protein and vegetables for the next couple of days. Drink lots of water. I'm gonna get probably more than a gallon, and hopefully flush out whatever's going on with me. If I'm not feeling well, like I haven't been sick at all, but like if I'm not feeling well, like that way, I'll do the same thing. Because food is medicine, and sometimes you have something sitting inside you that's not working well, and so I use it not only as a weight loss thing, but also as just like a reset, like you're hitting the reset button. So
Okay.
when you go out on those business dinners or lunches or whatever, you may just need to hit reset afterwards, right? Like it's not the worst thing in the world to go out and enjoy yourself and have a meal, just because you know what to do about it afterwards.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I think now having a detox plan, you're right, that could definitely help reset things, right? So no, that's good. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good. I think of what else is. I think there's like two more questions that normally I can't think of what they are right now. Now that we start talking about that, but that was good though. That's good. That's good that you asked that. That's important. Because it too, just in the social sense, right? You may want to just like you might have some family in town. You may want to just on a whim take your wife and your kids go to a babysitter or something. Y'all might want to go just enjoy the new restaurant in town. Like
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't have to be like, but they don't have just a salmon and broccoli plate. Yeah, so yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to eat. Or you don't want to be like in a business meeting, everybody's ordering off the menu, and you're like, yeah, can I get the salmon? But can you make sure that you take and you're making all these adjustments, and now you're like the
Yeah,
weird dude
yeah,
at
I
the
won't be
table,
that guy.
So don't be that guy, and just make the adjustments either before or after.
Okay. No, that's good because yeah, I mean our division right now, or my plant, I mean we made the most money last year by far. So, and it's a brand new facility, so I know everyone's been dying to come down. So as soon as things open back up, man, it's gonna be a flood of people just coming down and entertaining and whatever it may be, right? So I just want to have a plan. So now to your point, if I can detox either before or after, whatever that may be, I can put a
Right,
plan on that. 'Cause I'll know ahead of time when we're doing whatever we're going to do. But
right.
so that
And then
makes sense.
the thing too, you're talking about one meal. Well, depending, right? You might have several days of it that happen, but I was like, it's one meal out of 7 days in that particular week. Like it's
Correct.
not, unless you got like the buffet and you just cleaning plates. You know what I mean? It's not gonna set you back that much. So it's something to consider because you want to be prepared, but it's not something to panic about,
Yep. All right.
right? Um, oh, other than the weight loss, have you noticed any? I mean, I know you talked about people at work noticed it. Are there any other changes that have come along with being in the program?
Definitely more energy. 'Cause like I said, this week was terrible, meaning I had literally about 4 hours of sleep every night. And I made it until roughly Friday before I felt it. So normally
Okay.
by Tuesday, Wednesday, I've probably been hit, and so every day I had to wake up at 4:30, and I wasn't getting home until like 9. All right, because we had to do the
Okay.
town halls in the morning. First one was at 6:30, then the other one was at 6:30 night and 9 in the morning. Then it's an hour drive to get home. Then I'll hit the workout real quick just to at least do a little something. So by
Yeah.
the time I got to bed, it was like midnight,
Okay.
12, and then back up again at 4. So definitely the energy. I'm definitely feeling the energy because I feel I'm not as tired. I have more, I'm not gonna say energy. I don't know. I want to say agility, but it's not. I don't think it's agility, but I just feel like I have more energy to sustain myself,
Okay.
especially my day-to-day activities. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's important. I mean, if you're doing it and then you have to crash at the end of the day, you're just getting by, right? You don't want to just get by.
Yeah.
You want to be able to enjoy, right?
And that's the one thing I'm saying. I'm not feeling a crash anymore, and that's good. I mean, there are some times where I'm feeling a little bit sluggish because of either I ate like probably an hour later than I should, or something like my times might have been off there based on a meeting or something. But
Hmm.
outside of that, I mean, I haven't really felt sluggish at all.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Um, all right. So my last question, and then unless you have anything else, we can hop off and you can enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Um, if you were talking to somebody who's on the fence about doing the program, what would your advice be?
So for me, I'll definitely promote the nutritional plan, right? Because that's to me, or at least in my scenario situation, was key because it helps you have a plan for the entire day, right? So you're not worrying about where your next meal is coming from, and then it's also to your point, you can make adjustments, right? To where I was allowed to add the salad dressing, right? Or
Yeah,
yeah, one thing so we can add some seasonings for like the other weeks and stuff like that. So you're able to make adjustments. But there was one quote you said in either one of your regular posts or the father figure where you gotta have a plan, right? And I think that's the key point is most people want to eat well. They don't want to eat bad, but when things go sideways, especially if you're at work and you got 10 minutes to grab food or whatever, you got to run out and run back. And then you're just going to grab a slice of pizza or you can grab whatever is quick, gas station, whatever. Versus if
right,
you already have your lunch packed with you, it's already there in your office, you're good to go. So
right.
to me, that's key for me was the meal plan and knowing that it's not like one of those crazy meal plans like I'm a bodybuilder or like an athlete to kind of really get them strict. It's just more of, here's what you're going to eat for the day. You plan your day around it. And then that puts at least one less thing for you to worry about for your day.
Yeah,
So for me, I think that'll be one thing to kind of promote like, hey, we're not going to diet. We're going to eat differently. You will have a set meal plan for every day. And then they'll be able to prep the night before or however they want to prep what the morning of is not that you're doing anything different or you just kind of know what you got to fit into your day. So this way, food is not one of your challenges for the day. So you can remove food from one of your obstacles and now you can focus on your day and kind of get from there.
yeah. They talk about like successful people all the time, and like talk about like Steve Jobs or I think they even talked about Barack Obama the same way. It's like when you see them, they're always wearing the same thing. And I can't think of who it was, but they kind of hold successful people like they always have on the same clothes or whatever. And one of the reasons why is because they have so many other important decisions to make. They don't want picking out clothes to be one of those decisions, and so they stick to kind of the same thing because that decision fatigue is real. Like by the end of the day, if I've been making all these decisions about work and about life and my family, by the time it comes to dinner time, if dinner ain't ready, I'm making an easy decision. Let's go out to eat. Let's go to the
McDonald's,
drive
whatever's
through.
on the way.
Yeah, because I don't want to think about, okay, what do I want to eat now? Now I got to go in the kitchen to cook it. And now, do we have this? Do we have no? No, I just want to have it ready. And so you alleviate that by having a plan at the beginning of the day, or like you said, meal prepping a few days before, having those meals ready for you, or at least knowing what those meals are going to be. So when it comes time, you're not making decisions because when you're decision fatigued, you typically make bad decisions because bad decisions are the easy ones.
Yep. Especially
Yeah.
if you
So
like, I mean, for me, it was like more. I'll go like easily 5 6 hours without eating because I got meetings or whatever back to back to back. So yeah, as I'm driving home, all right, Burger King or Chick-fil-A or whatever, oh, I'm gonna pull in, grab something, away I go,
yeah,
and then I won't grab the regular meal, but yeah, give me the king size triple cheeseburger one.
yeah. Because in your mind you're making up for lost time, right? Like I haven't eaten since 12. It's 6. I got to eat 6 hours worth of food.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm gonna indulge in this right now. 'Cause I earned
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think having that, not worrying about food is key. I think that's where